Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers on the Xbox, on the Series X, on the beta. And this is just a very quick video and a little bit of a tutorial to demystify the two blocks that I've seen a ton of questions about. And this is the AI flight and the record task block. And with these and the event controller, you can make some pretty impressive stuff already. What am I doing? Well, I'm sitting in a hangar on Blue Ship, and I've got this little fighter here. And if I spin this fighter out and go tootling off over here, and then decide that I want to go back to my Blue Ship, I can. Now, this does take a little bit of trial and error, and it's not 100% accurate at the moment, but it lets you land on a ship. Not only does it let you land on a ship, but, and I'll be doing a full video on this when it's earlier in the morning, you can do the following. So if I take my fighter again and pull this out, and this is off the Redshift map, so you can just boot this up and play around with it yourself. But if I fly off here again, just point the nose down, shift the angle a bit, let the fighter come to a stop, pop out, orientate myself a little, and find Blue Ship. Get her spin the Blue Ship around a bit, make things more interesting. Turn the dampeners off and bring the speed up just a little. Just say 2.5. This grid is now moving. Now, one thing in the past Space Engineers has had a problem with is how to get a ship into a moving grid. It's not easy. And it's still in its infancy, because this is the beta and things are still being worked on and tweaked. But if I activate my AI on the fighter, I can give you a little demonstration of a fighter returning onto a moving grid. Like I said, it's not exactly fully accurate yet. It needs a little bit of work, but it's getting there. And that's the beauty of it, that it's actually allowing you to get closer and closer to these hangars. It's a proof of concept, and it works sometimes, and other times it doesn't. But it's pretty easy to set up the actual static grid landing, easier than you'd think. as I said, I'm going to go much more in depth into a lot of this stuff down the line, but I wanted to get this one up and show you. So we put the dampers back on, bring our static grid to a halt again. Big Blue. And what we want to do is we want to get back into this fighter, and we want to unlock and just move this thing out the hangar like so. So let's move this one over here and park it out of the way. Come on. Here's one. Just waiting in the wings. Literally. What we do now is we take a look at the 2 blocks that we need a torch on. So you're going to need on this to accomplish what I've just done an AI flight move block to begin with, and this block has a facing, and if you look, there's a rear panel, a front panel, and a left and right panel. As long as the F is facing this way, that's the direction of flight. And you're also going to want AI recorder task, the same deal, F at the front. Now with these 2 blocks, we want to go into the ship, and we want to go to AI flight, and we want to turn the AI behavior on and turn precision mode. Leave that on. Collision avoidance. You can have that on or off. It's wise to turn it off when you're going into a hangar like the blue ship, because it will sometimes error out, spin around and smack into a wall. Hopefully they'll fix this. But how do you do it? Well, it's not as hard as it might seem. I'm going to show you exactly how you do it. And what you need on a ship is a beacon. Your home ship. So let's find Big Blue. Spin this fighter round. And to go onto Big Blue. Give me a little bit to get onto Blue correctly. There's not much room in the hangar. Go for that air vent. But once we're on, position ourselves where we want. Come down onto the deck a bit and ensure that we have a smooth launch. Go back in. Again, make sure that we're down on the ground. Lock the gear. Unlock the gear. All that good stuff. Okay. How do we make it so that we can land on Big Blue? Well, first things first, we're going to need to put a little thing onto the task bar, or at least onto our D-pad shortcut. So holding down the down, we want to go to all blocks, and we want our AI recorded task, and we want to come all the way down to add waypoint. We're not going to be using the auto record function of this. We're going to be doing it using a few waypoints. So starting out, we don't do anything except unlock the ship, even pull it back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back. You want to give yourself a decent amount of space outside the ship to act as a landing corridor. And then, before we do anything else, we go into the control panel and into the recorder task. Now, what we want to do here is we want to come down, and we want to come all the way down, and we'll do show path on HUD, show selected points, and then we'll ignore record, all of this, and see this. We want Worf Beacon 2. We want to make sure that is our reference point on the AI recorded task. Then come back out, and now we tap down on the D-pad once. Now you won't see any waypoints, but if you want to see waypoints, go to your info, scroll down, and show AI functions. You'll see that there are a bunch of waypoints already on this ship. Those are for the previous fighter. So let's go to info and turn that off again. So move forwards a little bit and tap down on the D-pad again. Move forwards again, down on the D-pad again, forwards again, down on the D-pad, forwards a bit more, down on the D-pad, forwards a bit more, down on the D-pad, forwards a little bit more, down on the D-pad, and leave everything as it is. Go back into your control panel, back to your AI recorded task, and all the way down you will now see there are a bunch of waypoints. At waypoint 0, we're going to select it, pull down on the left stick, and go to set up action. Here we're going to go groups, gear, and we're going to lock. Then we're going to come down the list again onto the waypoints, and this time waypoint 6. We're going to click it, and we're going to use the left stick again, and we're going to go to set up action. And this time we're going to go to our where is it? What am I doing now? I've completely lost it because there's distractions going on somewhere. I've got cats doing things. Gear, I think it is. Switch lock. Is it lock? Damn it. Hold on a moment. Complete distraction there. Waypoint 0. There we go. I know what I've done wrong. Right, waypoint 0. Sorry about that. Has to go. And instead of that, it goes to your AI recorded task. Sorry, not even that. Flight. Oh, cats. Collision avoidance off. This is what I love about doing these, though, when you've got cats all over the place. Right, we're back on track. All good stuff. Waypoint 6. Now, this is the one we want to come down on the left stick, and this time we go to groups, gear, and lock. And that should give us what we need. We only need 2 more things. 1, push left on the D-pad, and we're going to take our AI flight move 2, and we're going to turn its behavior on off, and we're going to go right on the D-pad, choose the task recorder, and we're going to put play on off. We're going to turn off the AI, and we're going to pull out from the bay and hope that this works first time. Being space engineers, who knows? Then, turning both of these on, our ship should now move to each individual waypoint, work its way to the first waypoint, and once it hits that waypoint, it will align with the bay, turn collision avoidance off, and move point by point into the hangar bay, exactly on the path it originally did, come to a rest, lock the gear, and boom, you have created, with just a few simple blocks, 2 blocks, and a bunch of waypoints, being able to land on a ship. And as you saw at the start of this particular video, not only can you land on the ship, you can also land on a moving ship. It's still a bit finicky, but as long as the grid's slower than your ship, you can actually do it. It can be done. I've actually got a video where I have a ship land on a grid properly. Again, 3 or 4 times it works, 1 or 2 times it doesn't, or at least it gets close enough. It still gets into the hangar. Anyway, there you go. That is a very quick tutorial on how to make a series of waypoints so that you can land on a ship. And these are relative because you've used a beacon. If we go into info and we bring up the AI functions, you can see that there's our waypoints. If we jump into Big Blue and we spin the camera and I alter Big Blue's position, and I take Big Blue all the way over here, and I leave the control seat of the blue ship, and then come back into the hangar here, jump back into my fighter, turn off the AI, pull out the bay, scoot off up here, and then turn the AI on again. We'll see that because it's using the beacon as a reference point, any waypoints attached to that beacon grid update with that grid movement. There you go. So yeah, I will be going much deeper into these various systems, showing you a couple of things that I've done, including my rebuilt cargo drone from one of my previous videos, and my automatic cargo drone system that picks up and drops off cargo using a combination of the event controller block and these AI flight and task recorder blocks. And it's a lot easier than it used to be. Believe me, that all you will need are a few blocks and you can get a cargo drone to pick cargo up automatically, take it, drop it off. No need for timer blocks or anything like that, or sensors, all done with a few blocks. Anyway, that and more to come on the DWolfie1 channel for Space Engineers, on the Xbox, on the Series X, covering the beta for the game. As always, stay safe, take care, have fun, enjoy the game, have fun with the beta. I will catch you definitely in the next one. Bye for now.